And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. LA, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with his trainer, Jay Stencil, wearing green with black and silver. Official weight, 159 1/2 pounds. A perfect professional record consisting of 18 fights, 18 victories, including 12 wins by knockout and 7 of his last 11 victories by KO. Fighting out of Washington, D.C., here is the undefeated challenger, Dominic. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner with his trainer, Abel Sanchez, wearing blue with white, officially weighing in at 159 pounds. As a professional, 34 fights, 34 victories, including 31 knockouts, 21 consecutive knockouts, 16 straight KOs and world title fights from Karaganda, Kazakhstan, the reigning, defending, universally recognized 160-pound, undisputed, undefeated middleweight champion of the world, Dame Gospoda, Gennady Golovkin, Triple G.
Understand? Yeah. These are high. I'm going to let them work. Those are good. I gave you both instructions. Just want to remind you, listen and obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean. Good luck.
Football has made its way into some of our conversations so far tonight, but this reminds me of the first round of the NBA playoffs. You don't think that the top teams are in jeopardy, but you can't help it that Steph Curry isn't facing Kawhi Leonard yet. This is what you got. And so it becomes watching the performance of the best in the business.
And Wade's plan for scoring the upset is that he boxes Golovkin. He says he doesn't have any idea how good a boxer I am, and that he eventually lands a big right hand and upsets the Triple G apple cart. So we'll see whether that can happen. They're both listed at 5'10½", but as they get into the ring, Wade looks like the taller fighter.
Yeah, he does, but he looks a little soft around the waist, Jim. So I'm sure Triple G is going to immediately attack the body as soon as he sees fit. You got to give Wade credit for coming in and taking a fight like this, though, because he hasn't had a big fight in his career yet. So fighting Triple G is not a big fight. It's the biggest fight he could have in this weight class. And he's doing a good job of attacking right away here off of Triple G's punches.
10 months ago, Wade struggled to get by 41-year-old Australian veteran Sam Solomon. You just saw Golovkin land a left hook to the body. It's one of his more effective shots. Logic says if you struggle with Sam Solomon, who does not have any power, you may be in truly deep against Gennady Golovkin. But of course, styles make fights, and those are two entirely different stylistic enterprises.
Yeah, they are, but you are in deep fighting Triple G anyway. The only problem I see here for a person like Dominic is that he's not really quick enough to surprise Triple G. If you're not quick enough to bring him a surprise, it's a good body shot though. If you're not quick enough to bring him a real surprise, then it's going to be really tough for you to upset him.
Golovkin didn't seem to believe he needed to know much specific about Wade. Acknowledged that he only looked at a few minutes of tape. Relies on Abel Sanchez to provide whatever scouting report he thinks is necessary going into the fight. Golovkin says that the jab fest against David Lemieux in his last fight, when he threw nearly 50 jabs in round one and instantly made it a tactical fight rather than the war a lot of people expected, He says that was a decision that was made on the fly. It was not something they planned in advance. He just walked in round one, started landing jabs, and thought, I'll stick with this.
Yeah, good fighters come in and see what worked in that first round, Jim, and whatever works is what they take. I mean, if you're smart, you take what the opponent gives you.
Dominic Wade's a nice young fighter in his prime, undefeated. He can handle himself, but so far he hasn't shown Triple G anything to worry about.
No, he doesn't have enough power to really cause him any concern, and that's not good for him.
Two and a half minutes in. Golovkin dominating contact, landing, as you can see, 3 times as many punches as Wade by CompuBox count in the round. Hasn't landed anything really dramatically big. Now he does. That was big enough.
Yes, it was. Big enough to end the fight, as a matter of fact.
Are you okay?
Not enough time in this round.
Walk to me. Give me your
Hello,
gloves.
Max.
So one knockdown on a right hand over the top, but Wade makes it out of round one.
Hey, listen, you got to don't stay in front of. Jab it and keep turning. Jab and keep turning. Don't stay in front of. All right? Beautiful work, though. And Don, slam the right hand down the middle. No reaching. You good? You let another sip?
Pretty loud in here. So when you talk to me, talk pretty loud, okay? It's loud.
All right, man. Stay on that jab, double jab. And
He can see Triple G in close, but Dominic is trying to hold him, and this is why he tried to hold him, because he didn't want to catch his overhand right to the back of the head. That shot causes all types of damage. You can't really see it coming. Hits your neck in a very unorthodox way that causes you to just lose equilibrium, and down he goes.
That's the second time in Wade's career that he's been down. Both knockdowns occurred in the first round. We'll see if he can get his bearings. Last time it happened, he got his bearings and came back and won the fight.
Shot behind the ear like that is a quasi-rabbit punch, but the way Dominic Wade was turning away, he's presenting that as the target.
Golovkin seemed to hurt him with another right hand, but this time Wade stayed up.
Yeah, he hurt him again with that same right hand, Jim. And now he knows it's just a matter of time before he catches him and finishes it.
Oh. Crowd oohs and ahs at the right hand body shot.
Good body shot by Triple G.
His body shots are sturdy.
And a lot like Chocolatito, Jim, when they realize a guy can't hurt him, he has a relentless attack, and that in itself is a weapon that they use on the opponent to weaken him. Good body shot again.
Stop. Nobody punch. Step out. Step out.
Wade looked a little stiff-legged as he backed up after that body shot. Golovkin missing with the right hand. That might have finished it if he had landed it.
And now Gennady seems to go into that thing, Roy, where...
This is the Willie Monroe thing.
Yeah, he kind of lets the guy hit him a little bit.
Show him that he can't hurt him, and that he disregards anything to do with punching power when it comes to the opponent.
Got to be careful doing that sort of thing, though, because a 160-pound fighter who can crack a little bit is dangerous.
Yeah, but he's already felt the power of this guy, Dominic Wade, and he's not no kind of way intimidated by his punching power.
Or one thing we saw against Lemieux, Golovkin has tremendous belief in his chin.
Yes,
he knows he's going to get painted every once in a while because he's a pressure fighter. And down goes Wade for the second time.
I don't think he'll make it back out.
Again on the right hand. Doesn't look eager to get up.
Nope.
8, 9. Do you want to continue? Look at me. Do you want to continue? Yes?
No, this fight is
Say it
over.
again. Say it again. Give me gloves. You better protect yourself. Relax.
You'd better protect yourself.
I know that he can. Good hook,
Some of his best shots now, Roy.
Yeah, that's a good hook that he throws.
It was the Golovkin left hand, and now it's the right hand.
Same punch.
And let's see if Jack Reese is even going to consider allowing
6,
Wade to continue
7.
after the third
8,
knockdown of the fight.
9, 10.
And that's it. Less than 2 rounds, a series of right hands, and that was
the first knockdown was a left hand. The right hand actually hit his shoulder, I believe. It was the left that did the damage, but we'll see on replay. The right hand finished it, but I think Wade was already a finished fighter when he got up. It's not just that Golovkin knocks people out.
So do number 1 and number 2 now reverse?
Well, you could argue, but it's the way he knocks people out. These iconic knockouts, these indelible images of violence.
He's amazing. I mean, it's hard to figure out exactly how much credit you give Golovkin for something that was such an obvious mismatch.
Yeah, it's hard to give him a whole lot of credit for that. But, Jim, it's like, I love seeing fights, but I want to see competitive fights as well. And I know that there's a guy, and I'm not trying to be a promoter, but there's a guy by the name of Morgan Fitch down in the Pittsburgh area that would definitely be a good fight for Gennady Golovkin.
Nobody knows Morgan.
Well, they need to find out who he is because he needs competition on our network so that we can enjoy him even more.
Hey, listen, if there's somebody good who's willing to get in with him, let's find out who he is, because there's a lot of expectation at this point that the Canelo-Alvarez fight, if it's going to happen, won't happen until next May, not this September. And some very credible people in the sport, like Teddy Atlas, say very openly that Canelo is never going to fight Gennady Golovkin.
And I agree, but when you got an opportunity to fight, well, let's look at this first. Here you see the first knockdown, a jab on the chin, as Max talked about, a left uppercut, then followed by an overhand right to the shoulder. And the shoulder punch took him down, but like Max said, the damage was done from the left hand first. The jab right there, the left uppercut right here, boom, that hurt him, and then the shoulder shot just pushed him down because the hook to the head and the jab to the head did the real damage.
That was the first knockdown of that round and the second knockdown in the fight.
Yeah, the third knockdown, which was the second knockdown this round, I think, came from the right hand, which had been the problem all night long.
Well, we know that the third knockdown was on a right hand. I believe that the third knockdown was a right to the chin.
Yeah, I think
to the jaw.
And I'm in agreement that Canelo wouldn't want to fight him, because why would he fight a bigger man when he could fight somebody like Pacquiao, who Roach talked about him fighting, who's a smaller man and make way more money for the less riskier fight.
I think Canelo's the kind of competitor who wants to please fans. I think he understands and respects the boxing public.
Yeah.
Now here's a look at the final knockdown.
A counter shot right on the top of his left, boom, counter right hand, right on the chin, and that ended matters. You couldn't ask for a better right hand than that.
You know, I've read some comments from people on the web who say, well, I don't think Golovkin's all that big a puncher. What are they smoking?
I don't know what they're smoking or drinking.
I mean, come on. He's a big puncher.
Which hand are they talking about? The right hand is dangerous. The left hand is even more dangerous. Which hand are they talking about?
If he breathes on you, it might be dangerous. Michael Buffer is standing by at the ropes with the official particulars on the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jack Reese counts to 10. The official time, 2 minutes, 37 seconds, round number 2. The winner by knockout victory. His record now 35-0, 32 KOs, 22 consecutive knockouts. He is still the reigning and defending 160-pound undisputed, undefeated middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Golovkin, Triple G.
Final CompuBox numbers. Golovkin lands 32 punches more, throws 58 punches more, lands at a 41% connect percentage. Power shot category, he lands 48% of his power punches, landing 16 more than did Wade. And, you know, Wade put up a fight. He tried. He threw punches. He didn't just hide in there. But it was obvious early on that he didn't have any kind of power to keep Golovkin off of him. So Gennady simply walked forward, took whatever it was that Wade threw, and waited to land his own shots.
Yes, he did, and that's how strong Gennady is. He's that type of a fighter that immediately once he realizes that you can't really hurt him, he's on you, and there's nothing you can do to get him off.
He does 2,100 crunches per day in training. You're not going to hurt him to the body.
Nope, not at all.
That's an iron wall. Max Kellerman stands by with Triple G.
Congratulations, Gennady. That's 22 knockouts in a row. How do you evaluate what you just did?
Max, can you please give me a chance? Just first of all, muchas gracias, my fans from California. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. And Kazakhstan, of course. Rahmet sizge. You know, I feel it's great, Max. You know, thanks my team. Thanks my people. You know, this big gift, big present for my fans.
Top 5 middleweights don't seem to give you much competition. Top 10 middleweights seem to offer almost no resistance at all. What do you do next if you can't get Canelo Alvarez right away?
Max, I'm still champion. Just, of course, I need big name or big fight. Today, not easy work, just present my fans. You know, I'm ready, I'm staying here. Just, I'm ready to fight anybody.
I noticed you did in the second round today what you seemed to do against other fighters in the past. When you were having your way with them, you kind of drop your hands and take some punches in the face. Do you do that intentionally, and why?
Yeah, this is not special. This is, you know, I feel after first round, it's nothing. It's a very close fight. Just maybe, it's my play. This is my game.
You're playing a game. Is that to give the fans a show?
Of course, everybody come and just watch my fight.
Is that to make other fighters brave to think they can hit you so they will fight you?
You know, Max, today I give chance, maybe 1% chance for next fighter. Just, this is possible, just I'm staying here.
Do you have anything you want to say to Canelo Alvarez, who has a fight with Amir Khan coming up in a couple of weeks?
It doesn't matter who wins, just give me my belt. Hey, I need my belt. I'm ready, guys.
Thank you, Gennady. We'll see you again real soon. Jim?